This is from Fearless Puppy on American Road. Describes coming in to the southwestern part of America. To a boy from the northeastern part of America, the Southwest looks like Mars as a work of art. Breathtaking red clay buttes are spotted with green and brown vegetation. Most of this vegetation would be very confused if it lived in the Northeast. It seems to be neither tree nor bush, but something in between. Technicolor canyons and solitary rock formations look as if they'd been dropped onto the flat desert face from some far-off galaxy. Abandoned ghost towns are much eerier in person than their cardboard cutout backdrop for Western movie counterparts could ever hope to be. Wooden shutters slap back and forth against rotting clapboards on windless days, as if propelled by the breath of the actual ghosts of this former frontier. The spirits of those who failed to make a life in this desert 100 years ago seem to be warning newcomers of the difficulties they can expect. They exhale their despair and inhale their attachment. They never get to move on. These spirits hoped this place would be their Camelot. Instead, it became a cemetery for their dreams, and in many cases for their families. A normal breeze doesn't have the otherworldly smell that the air movement in a ghost town does. It's the fragrance of history. Hope, glory, and demise gone by so long ago that no one remembers who they belong to reappear to scare the stagnant atmosphere into movement. Despite the emotional gravity of ghost towns, they're actually no more than a short, misplayed note in the majestic symphony that is the Southwest desert. Vast expanses of scenery too beautiful for humans to have possibly built were here long before these now abandoned settlements were a twinkle in a wagon train's eye. They'll still be here long after the mini-malls are gone. Giant cacti are camels as vegetable matter. They store a year's supply of liquid life in their bodies while surrounded by rock, clay, and sand that have long ago died of thirst. An occasional lone ranch house amidst several thousand acres of nothing testifies to both the strength and sheer audacity of the human will. But for the most part, this land looks as it did before humanity existed. The Southwest is also one of the few areas in North America where the continent's original inhabitants are still readily available. These natives have suffered slings and arrows of outrageous fortune that even Shakespeare's imagination would have been hard-pressed to fathom. In some places they survived the harsh result of the human cruelty inflicted upon them by displaying the same fortitude and grace with which they survived the harsh natural environment before their Holocaust. In other places, their survival is more reminiscent of the bone-chilling decay of a ghost town's clapboards and the breezes of lost souls that move the shutters on its former windows. Nights are a bit colder than the days back in the northeastern states. It gets a lot colder at night in the Southwest desert. Moonlit cacti host the lizards, rodents, and snakes on their evening hunting trips. Coyotes in pack define clever and resourceful by cooperative survival efforts. The harsh majesty of the Southwest exacts a price, even from its survivors. It's a dog-eat-dog world. Danger and beauty abide together under the powerful sun and often under the same rock. One must master the truths of this environment, or one will surely suffer the consequences.